Hi guys, A1 Haircut Gamer here on behalf of Outbrain Productions, and welcome to episode number 13 of How to Terraria. So in the last episode we started our elevator and made our descent down into the depths of hell where everything's scary and horrible. Unfortunately it made for an incredibly boring video, so we quickly gave up with that, and I've actually done that between episodes, so now we have an elevator going straight down. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to go down there and explore the depths of hell with our shadow key, and hopefully we'll be able to find some shiny new weapons or new armor or new tools, ores, anything really. So we are then ready to defeat the wall of flesh and enter hard mode, because he's the only boss we haven't defeated yet. We've done pretty much all the others pre-hard mode. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to load up the game. So we're still playing as Akira, and we are still in Green Hill Zone. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make some buckets with some of the iron ore that I have left over. And with those buckets I am going to fill them with water. So we're going to head off over here. And I think I've got some iron in one of these chests. Is that it there? Nope. Oh, we're joined by Slippy as well. Hi Slippy, say hi to everyone. Slippy and Alfred and everyone else over at Cassady Ben. So yeah, I'm still looking for my iron. Definitely got some iron somewhere. Have I looked past it maybe? Is that iron? Silver? So I've got an awful lot of silver. Definitely had some iron though. I'm pretty sure I've not used it. Tungsten, platinum, gold, silver. Nothing in there. Oh, there it is. See, let's just look past it a couple of times. So we're going to head down to the crafting table. Come on, Slippy. And we're going to make ourselves some buckets, which I think are in the tools. Yes, there they are. So I'm going to need, 19, as many as I can make, basically. And something else that we might actually start in this video as well is I've collected a lot of stuff from hell on my first trip down, as you can see here, and I'm going to start by creating my hell hole, which is going to be on the here, our own little personal hell space to go with the rest of the theme which we've got going on. So we've got our dungeon theme room, Sky Temple theme room, Mushroom theme room, which I think is pretty cool with its mushroom doors. And up in the sky here, we've got our own personal sky island with Kino, or however you pronounce that. And he is a witch doctor, and he shows you all kinds of weird magical things. So we're just going to head off in this direction, and I'm going to equip the buckets. Oh, they're already equipped, that's good. And we're going to have 18 buckets of water. There we go. All will make sense. The reason I'm doing this is because I need to make an item called an Obsidian Skull. Now what an Obsidian Skull does is it grants you immunity from taking damage from certain blocks down in hell. Because there are some blocks down there that even merely touching them will cause you to take damage, and that's not what we want. The idea is to try and stay alive as long as possible. I've just noticed that I've actually got a bucket on my head here as well. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. The reason I'm looking at the map is because I'm trying to make my way to that pool of lava, which I think is just coming up now. Yep. And I'm going to mine through the wall real quick. Ah! Oh, not jumping the lava. And I'm going to get rid of that bucket because I think it looks a bit silly on my head. Stick it in with the rest. Oh no, it's an empty bucket, so it's different. And I'm going to start by trapping this here. Why can't I trap it there? Slippy, are you in the way? Right, well what we'll do is we'll pour a bucket of water over, and that turns lava into obsidian. Obsidian ore, more specifically, not obsidian blocks, easily mistaken. And the reason I need to do that is because it takes 20 of these obsidian ores to actually make a obsidian skull. So what the plan is if I have water that's deep enough here, so I've now got myself a nice little puddle, when I start to mine down, it will seep through and turn the lava directly underneath into obsidian as well, which makes mining it a hell of a lot easier. It also helps if I can see what I'm doing. So I need 20 pieces of obsidian to do that, and I now have 18, so I need 2 more. There's one here, and is there one there? So yeah, I nearly had enough. I just need to quickly make some more here, and I only need the 1 piece. That's it. So I now have 20 pieces of obsidian. So we're going to go ahead and use the magic mirror to teleport us back to the surface. Ta-da! Just like that. And we are going to use the crafting table, or actually I think it's the furnace even, and we're going to smelt ourselves ourselves an obsidian skull, which I believe, where are they now? I think they might actually be in the... Oh, there we go. So yeah, 20 obsidian pieces at a furnace will make you an obsidian skull, and that grants immunity to fire blocks, which we desperately need. And I've got another bloody bucket on my head. How did that happen? Just keeps doing it by its own accord. So we're going to replace the Guardian Anklet, because it provides 2 defense, but 2's not particularly fantastic, and it's more important to have that obsidian skull equipped instead. So I'm just going to make sure that we have our shadow key, which we do, and we are going to make our way down into the depths of hell, and we're going to go exploring to see what kind of shiny new weapons we can find down there. What happened to Slippy? Oh, here he is. Come on, Slippy, keep up. I think he's actually sliding down the wall because it looks like he's on fire. So now you understand the significance of why I spent so much time searching the Sky Islands to find the thingy horseshoe, because it is incredibly important, because it's an absolute nightmare to keep making my way down to hell and back every 5 seconds. So eventually what we're going to do down here is we are going to have ourselves a elevator, a runway. And the reason we need to do that is because when we spawn in the wall of flesh, when we're eventually ready, it unfortunately takes up about 3 or 4 screen lengths in height, because he's absolutely ginormous. And the best course of action to beat him is keep constantly running away from him. But when you're running away and you're constantly falling into pits of lava and stuff like that, it will make the boss fight incredibly difficult. So it's just much easier to build ourselves a runway and continue that on. So yeah, that is without a doubt, if I was going to give anybody any advice when it comes to beating the wall of flesh, it would be this. Make sure you're equipped, make sure your defense is somewhere around the 30 mark, or as high as you can possibly make it, and make sure that you build yourself a runway, because it will save absolutely tons of time. So you get the general idea what we're going to do there, but that's not what this episode's about. No, what this episode is about is exploring. So we're going to head off into the depths of hell. We may die 1 or 2 times, but it's not the end of the world, and we're going to see if we can find ourselves any shadow chests. And we're going to use our shadow key. Unlike golden keys, the shadow key can be used multiple times, so it doesn't matter if I find more than 1 chest. But if I do find more than 1 chest, I'll be over the moon, because that would make me feel incredibly lucky. Bugger off, Hellbat. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 you only usually find 1 or 2, and I've even had entire biomes where I found none. So like I say, if I find 1 or 2, I'll be happy. And I've just realised something. My runway is actually going to go right through that lava pit. Might have to rethink that one a little bit. Never mind. Wow, how high is that hell house? And I can't see any shadow chests in this one, so we're going to continue. Try not to fall into the lava. Unfortunately, the Obsidian Skull doesn't grant you immunity from actually dunking yourself in lava head first, but it does grant you immunity from the blocks. Oh my good god, I'm probably going to die soon. That you see that are sparkling. When I come across some, I will point them out to you, so you get an idea of what they're about. Also, some of the hell houses themselves are actually made with this particular material, and you do take constant damage from it. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. So it's very important that you have the Obsidian Skull, because you can't actually search around these houses without dying, or at least it's incredibly difficult anyway. Speaking of dying, I just happened to die there, didn't I, of course. Typical. So yeah, in the last video we only made it maybe, I don't even think it was halfway down to hell level, when we were building our highway to hell. So I knew it was going to be incredibly boring. It always is, but it does need to be done. So I went ahead and did that off screen to save you guys the agony of actually watching me build it. And wow, this hell house literally goes right up to the sky. I thought I'd actually dug a hole in the side there, but apparently I didn't. Although these doors are open. Anyway, I don't know what happened there. We're just going to carry on anyway. Did I build out the wall here? Yes, I did. Unfortunately, because it is quite bright in this room, it's actually quite difficult for me to see anything. And that Hellbat and that Voodoo Demon, or whoever it was, Archdemon, is going to cause all kinds of problems. So I could do with dispatching of those. If I remember right, there's a pit of lava here. Yep, right there, right where I landed. And that's me dead again. So as you can see, even though my Crimson Armour and everything else is actually quite high tier for pre-hard mode. Unfortunately, you do still take quite a bit of damage, especially from the enemies down in hell, because they are very, very powerful. Again, another reason why this runway is also important to build. But first, before I do that, I want to go and look for some shadow chests and find some good loot when we eventually get to the bottom. So as I'm sure you're aware by now from watching the videos, you do require specific items to summon in some of the enemies, some of the bosses. The Wall of Flesh being no exception. So what you need to do to actually summon him in is the Archdemon that killed me a minute ago, or the one that I was fighting a minute ago, I can't remember if he actually killed me or not. Sometimes they will come in and they actually carry a voodoo doll. And a voodoo doll is a doll of the guide, whoever your guide happens to be at the time. And in order to summon the Wall of Flesh in, unfortunately, you have to sacrifice him. So you throw the voodoo doll into a pit of lava, and that will irreversibly summon in the Wall of Flesh. And it will also, God rest his soul, it will also kill your guide as well. So make sure you are ready, because you can't actually do it again until you get another guide, and sometimes that can be a while. So yeah, it's just something you've got to do, unfortunately. You feel incredibly mean doing it, but it's got to be done. And I was just about to say, I'm a bit disappointed I've not found any hell shadow chests, but there you go, I've just come across one, so let's have a look. Oh, we've got ourselves a Sun Fury, which does 34 melee damage, some meteorite block, and a lesser restoration potion. So we're going to take all that, and I'm going to take the chest as well, because that'll look very pretty in our hell-themed room, which we're going to put at the top there. And we're going to continue our exploration of hell. There doesn't appear to be anything else in here. So I'm going to make my way back up to the top. Get rid of the stupid hell bat because he's just going to follow me everywhere. And we're going to continue to the next hell house and see if there's anything of interest there. So the Sun Fury is a pretty decent weapon. I'll show you all about that when we get back up to the surface. But first of all, before these guys kill me, I need to quickly get rid of them. Thank God for these skull things that I found, because they do an awful lot of damage. It's a very, very powerful weapon, so I'm very glad that I've got that. Is this as far as I made it last time? Yep, and that giant flashing pink thing is actually a bone serpent. Thankfully, bone serpents aren't particularly powerful, so they're very easy to dispatch, thank goodness. And yep, there's nothing down here whatsoever, so we're going to make our way back up. As I say, I do consider myself incredibly lucky that I actually found the shadow chest. As I already mentioned, I have actually played worlds and spawned in biomes where there actually wasn't a single one. Oh, I was hoping that I wouldn't fall there, and I didn't. So yeah, the fact that there's any at all is incredibly lucky, so I'm very thankful for that. I'm just hoping that I might get even more lucky and find some more. So I wonder if there could be anything in here, maybe. Oh, thank goodness for that. Another one. So let's see what was... Let me just get rid of this fire imp, because he's going to continue to punish me while I'm trying to... Did you drop something there? No, just money. So we'll have a look in here, and we have a Murderous Flame Lash, which does 37 magic damage. Some more meteorite and some other bits of potion, so we're going to take all that. And of course, I'm going to take the chest as well. Because, like I say, I'm in my my own personal hell, which is going to be right underneath Cassidy Ben, is going to be equipped with everything that you would expect to see in the depths of hell, including hell chests. So there you go. And we found ourselves another house here. As soon as I open this door, I'm going to get attacked by these bloody things, aren't I? Oh, and another shadow chest. Wow, this is incredibly lucky. Fortunately, I can't actually see where I'm going, and there should be, yeah, I was just about to say, there should be a platform I can actually jump through. And there it was. Go away, hell. So we're going to have a look in here. Oh, fantastic. A Dark Lance, which actually does 28 damage. And I think, yep, a Gravity Potion, which lets you fly up in the sky for a bit. And I can't actually take them, because apparently my inventory is full. And it is. I don't need those Obsidian bricks. I don't really need those buckets of water, or the banner, or the dirt. Oh, I've already got one piece of Hellstone. That's a good start. Pretty much everything else is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take those. And that Dark Lance I'm actually going to equip, because that is more powerful than our Star Fury. Where is it? There it is. And I've just realised I'm taking damage. Ah! The reason I didn't actually notice that is because because on this particular TV it's quite loud. I have to actually play with the volume pretty much off. Otherwise you can hear it in the background of the video, and it's incredibly annoying. Last thing I want to do is annoy the people who are watching. So I've just been absolutely mobbed by creatures of hell. I guess is the only thing to call them. That, by the way, is a Hellforge. With that you can actually craft your ores into gold bars and things like that. It doesn't do it any quicker or anything like that, or you don't get any more by using those than a normal one. But when it comes to entering hard mode, we will be required to destroy one of those, and that will cause the world, some of the ores in the world, to change into other ores, which are much more useful, especially when you're playing in hard mode. So that is something I have to do. But in order to do that, I need an item called a pawn hammer, or a PWN hammer, which you actually get from defeating the wall of flesh. So I can't actually do that now. I'll have to come back at another time. Yeah, so in the meantime, as I say, all I'm hoping to do in this video is explore hell a little bit and get an idea of the layout. And I just wanted to talk to you about some of the things we need to do down here, some of the stuff you can expect to see, some of the enemies, that sort of thing. Yep, so I'm not going to bother looking through this house because these really skinny hell houses don't tend to have anything in them, in my experience. And even if they do, I'll be able to have a look on the map if I die. And oh my good god, I nearly went in there face first. And see if I did miss anything. So I'm going to have a quick look in this one because this is a normal size one and you do tend to get stuff in these. I haven't actually come across any of the houses that you can't touch, the ones that are made with hellstone. Hellstone, by the way, is going to be the next ore that I'm going to be mining for. But I might do that between videos because it's unless I come across any big banks of them, because it is quite boring to watch. Actually, saying that, you do actually need to use the Hellforge to actually forge the Hellstone. Can I get into that little bit of section there? It looks like it's completely buried. We'll head up over the top and see if we can get into it that way. The Hellforge, you have to use that to forge anything out of Hellstone ore. And Hellstone armor is quite powerful, and it's something I really do need for when we get to the boss fight with the Wall of Flesh. So I know I'm just jumping around here. I'm actually looking for the platforms that are between the ledges there, and it's incredibly difficult to see, unfortunately. Get rid of this archdemon because he will kick my bum if I give him half a chance. And this stupid hellbat, go away. So yeah, it doesn't look as though I can actually get to the hell house that was underneath us here. Just gonna have another quick look on the map when I'm not being completely mobbed. No, it's actually completely buried pretty much, so I'm going to have to dig into that one. It's unusual, you don't see them like that very often. Okay, hopefully there'll be a shadow chest here. No, we found a bone serpent, brilliant. Maybe the complete opposite of what I was looking for, and that is a very odd picture. I don't remember seeing that one before. Might have to take that. Lake of Fire, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that picture before. So yeah, I'm glad we've took that one. Don't need any more banners or anything like that. And we are continuing with our tour of hell, if I don't die. Bugger off, hellbat, bugger off. I hope Slippy's okay. I can't actually see him, so I don't know if he's died or if he's still here or what. I'm hoping he's fine though, I'm sure he will be, because he's a very resilient slime, he is. So that I'm stood on there is Hellstorm. Now, normally I would take damage just by standing on that, but because we built ourselves the Obsidian skull, we negate all that damage. The only downside now, because it's just not that simple, nothing in Terraria ever is, when you actually destroy Hellstone, it actually bursts into lava. And as we've already discovered, lava is still a substance that will cause me to take damage, so that will make things particularly difficult. But we're not actually finding any more shadow chests even, which is unfortunate. I was hoping there might be one in here, because this appears to be absolutely massive. Definitely not missed anything, have I? No, don't think so. Yeah, that's probably one of the bigger hell houses I've ever seen. And it actually goes off to the side, but I can't get to it because there's a waterfall of lava in the way. Never mind. So I'm just going to explore a little bit further, and hopefully we'll find a shadow chest in the next one. If not, I'm probably going to whip back to the surface and make a quick start on our hell house, or our own personal hell, which is going to be underneath Cassadi Ben. I'm just going to quickly look on the map because I did notice that. Yep, no, there's definitely no shadow chest there. So onwards we go. I'm doing. Oh, I was just about to say I'm actually doing a little bit better here than I was before, in terms of dying every 5 seconds. But then I nearly died, so probably should have kept my mouth shut there. Is this a hell house? Nope, this is just ash block, which isn't particularly useful for. Well, it's not particularly useful for anything really. So I'm not going to bother collecting any of that for any particular reason. They seem to have gone quite a distance since we've seen. I thought that wouldn't get me. Since we've seen our last hell house, and I'm probably definitely going to die here, I'm going to quickly take this potion because I have made it quite a ways. Wow, that is a massive pool of lava there. I might have to actually build across that to save me getting killed. Yep, that should do it. Yep, just about. I hope that's not all the hell houses we've got. Of course, we have got to explore the other direction as well, because we only went to the left. And I'm dead, never mind. Let's have a look at how far we made it. So yeah, we did actually make it quite a ways. Wow, we really did make it quite a ways. And the edge of the world is still quite a distance off. So yeah, there probably is a lot more stuff down there for us to go and find. But I will do that probably between episodes. And I will also mine enough hellstone for us to make a hellstone armor kit. We also have to combine hellstone with obsidian in order to make that, just for future reference. Whoa, I didn't mean to actually go down there. But what we're going to do now is we're going to start on our own personal hell room. So I'm going to start by digging up the floor here a little bit. And I'm going to replace those statues and everything. I'm going to get rid of the ash block. I can put that... Where's the platforms? I'm sure I had some platforms, but apparently I've not. So I should probably go and make some of those. I'm just getting rid of some of these things that I'm not going to use. And I'm going to put my hell stuff in here with the rest of the hell stuff. I don't remember mining that bookcase, but never mind. Oh no, that statue's going back. That awesome picture's there. Hellstone door. Obsidian brick. Yeah, that should do. So I'm going to go ahead and make some platforms. Oh, did I not already get some platforms? It might look a little better if I actually use hell platforms. I'm not sure if I actually picked any up though. Yes, I did. I've got 26 of them. Fantastic. So we're going to put that there. We'll have a quick look at our Dark Lance. Oh, it's got a nice range on it. Dark Lances and things like that and spears that usually do quite a bit more damage because they have a longer range and they sometimes do multiple hits as well. So this is the Flame Lash. As you can see, was it the Flame Lash? Sun Fury, I beg your pardon. Again, a very, very long range piece of equipment, but unfortunately it doesn't do a massive amount of damage, and I think it only does actually do one hit at a time. So I'm just going to quickly take this dirt block back out because I actually need it. I'm going to put Slippy's home here. Oh, I forgot, where's Slippy? Right, okay, we're going to spawn Slippy back in. I bet he's sulking because I pretty much forgot about him this entire episode. Sorry about that, Slipster. Where are you? Here he is. Are you okay, mate? He's happy, he's jumping, he's fine. Him and Xanos are okay, that's good. Yep, so I'm just going to dig a little bit further down here. The hell room's going to be just a little bit of a drop down before you actually get to it. Because I think that'll look cool. I'm just going to quickly replace the floor here with ledges. I actually put two where I didn't want them, so I'm going to take them back. Replace that one there. Yep, and I've just done it again, you silly person. And the chair that I unfortunately picked up, and also the statue, can now go back where they originally were. So there and there. It doesn't matter that any of this stuff is on top of the platform because you can still pass through it, no problem. Maybe a bit of light would be helpful though. So we're going to dig a little bit further down, stick some more platforms up just underneath that torch. So you should be able to, yeah, you can make that quite easily. And this is going to be where our hell room is. So we're going to go ahead and dig out the rough shape that you actually need for a home. I'm going to put some torches up here that I might actually take back down. So it needs to be roughly that tall by that wide. Well, not that wide. I'm actually going to go a little bit wider. Sorry, Slippy, I need to remove that platform. Just pulled the dirt out right from underneath him. I bet he's not very happy at the moment. So that should be roughly big enough for our home. In fact, that's way bigger than it needs to be, but it's not a problem because I am going to go around the outside with obsidian. Because I want it to look like a proper hell room. But in order for it to be a hell room, it's got to be in hell, hasn't it? Or as close to hell as you can get without being completely in danger. So I will settle for here. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to fill that gap, and unfortunately I missed. And right, okay, that's a little bit annoying. What I'm actually trying to do here is get rid of that and that. Brilliant. Right, so this is going to be the rough shape of one of our hell rooms. There is going to be two. So again, I'm going to put some more platforms there. And there and there. I'm going to go back to our chest and get us some obsidian. obsidian brick, to be more specific, and some obsidian black wall. I don't think I need that dirt anymore. Well, I do need the dirt, I just don't need it right this second. I could do with keeping as much of that stuff as I can, because that will aid us when it comes to building a highway to hell. So, am I using the wrong thing here? Yep, I'm using back wall when I should be using brick. Oops. Yep, so I'm just going to quickly fill the floor in. Stick another torch down because it's incredibly difficult to see. So I'm going to fill that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That and that. And all of this here. Why won't it let me place it? Because I'm using the wrong bloody thing again, that's why. I do that all the time. You think I'd realise by now. Never mind. So I'll get this obsidian brick back, stick some more torches up, and we are going to continue building up and across. Yep, that should just about do it. And down. Right, brilliant. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that torch and stick it on the outside and fill that gap with obsidian dirt. So I think I've not missed anything there. At least I don't think I have. So I'm now going to quickly fill the background in with hell brick. Oh, do you know what? I've just realised why it's not letting me do that. It's because there's already mud there. Okay, there's. I didn't think I was going to come across any issues like that, but apparently I can't actually mine the dirt. Oh, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? I had no idea you couldn't do that. Right, okay, I may have to rethink that one a little bit. Right, not to worry. What I'll do is, between videos, I'll get rid of all this. And unfortunately, Hell Room will just have to be... In fact, just to make it a little more interesting, I'll put it opposite the Sky Room, or Heaven, if you will. So we'll put it directly next to it. That'll be fun. Just over there. And we'll get rid of some of this... this thing we've got going up to the battle arena up there. Right, so I will start doing that between videos, so you guys will get to see that next time. I've also got a lot more cloud because I want to build another room up here, because we've still got a lot of room for lots more NPCs. Even though we have got quite a few at the moment, we could do with getting as many as we possibly could. And in order to do that, I need to make viable housing for them all. I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I figured rather than be dead boring and doing one like this, I figured I would do it properly. And I would have different themed ones because it just looks more cool. Right, so unfortunately there's not a great deal else I can do in this video. The hell room down here, I might just use this for storage. I'll just leave it, I'm not sure. I'll figure that one out anyway. So that was a bit of a backfire, but we did, however, manage to get to the bottom of our elevator and explore a little bit of hell. And we now know that we need to make a runway, and we also need to start doing that pretty soon. That way we can then get round to summoning the Wall of Flesh. So by next episode, I will have mined myself enough hellstone to actually make a set of hellstone armour. And we made ourselves an obsidian skull, so I'm not going to take any damage from that. We are also going to start... I'm going to continue my runway. I'm going to build the hell room right next to the heaven room, and also stick another level on this. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I've been the A1 Hardcore Gamer, posting on behalf of Outbound Projects. So from myself and Slippy, and our guide, who has to say, what have you got to say today, Harley? You should stay indoors at night. It's very dangerous to be running around in the dark. The Epstone in the corruption can be purified using some powder from the Dryad, or it can be destroyed with explosives. Well, thank you very much, but we've actually been over there and defeated the Brain of Cthulhu, so that advice wasn't particularly helpful, but thank you anyway. So from myself and Slippy, we will see you in episode number 14, where we should be ready to summon in the Wall of Flesh and probably take a good beating. So we'll see you in that one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.